Okay, today I'm going to show you how to connect to DDP some volumes in a few simple steps. When you first log into DDP, you're going to see the screen. You can see the monitoring tools for event notification. They can alert you if something goes wrong, like a drive. Below is showing us some background processes, of example backup by Archiveb, which is installed. Underneath you see some IP addresses which showing us speed in megabytes per second, and also it can show us the status of the SSDs, HDDs, how much performance you have. In the middle is a control panel which allowing us to see some operations, and on the right is something what we call workload manager, which is open all the time, where we can see access rights on a user level, group and computer level. When I open desktop on the left side, I'm gonna see some computers. My icon which is active is in orange. Those computers which have no color, so in a gray, they are either offline or they don't have installed drivers. So basically they give us a visual notification who is online and who not. In order to connect the volume, we just have to drag the line in between computer on the left and volumes on the right. You can connect as many volumes as you want. You can see the volume is mounted on my Mac directly. It's a direct attached storage, as you know, because DDP is Ethernet SAN, which provides a lower latency, faster transfer, and it's a block level storage, much more advanced than typical NAS shared storage. In order to disconnect storage, I only have to disconnect the line between the volumes and the computer. Okay. Another way to connect is through the table view. Okay, table view can be accessed from the main menu or this shortcut menu, which I have it on the left. Okay, so if I go to table menu, select add computer, I can see all my computers which are listed. I can also do the quick search. If I type my Mac, you will see the green icon. On the right are my volumes or folder volumes, and again I can search them. I can use shift click or command click to select multiple volume. As well, I can do quick permissions based on a volume level. Okay, and you can see I just now connected 3 volume. To disconnect, I can just go one by one or select them all and disconnect. Another way to do it is go to profile, which I'm doing just now. There is one single button called clear all connection, but what I'm doing right now is creating a new profile. Usually you're not gonna call it new profile, but this is just for example. So by selecting this new profile, it takes snapshots of all my connections. So if I have a 20-30 computers, you don't want to every time to drag the line across or use a table view. You save one profile, and just by clicking restore button, you're gonna get all those connections. So what I'm doing now, I'm clearing all connections, which is very useful when you do some kind of maintenance of the system, if you're having like a scheduled power shutdown, and so on and so on. So important to say before clearing up all connections is that you have to quit all your applications such as Adobe Premiere, Final Cut, and so on. There is another way to connect, and that is also by the users, which I'm going to show you now in a second. Okay, so this is just one more time going back to this profile, which is very useful, especially for people who work in a shifts and so on. So let me now show you how to do it on a user level. So I'm logged in as administrator, as you can see, going to my user page, clicking add, and selecting creating a new user. Okay, so we select the name, and we are going to type the password for this particular user. Okay, so user Elvin, password 111 because it's easy for me to remember. I can add this particular user in any group. So example, if I have in a groups something like a 20 editors, instead of setting for 20 editors permissions, I can apply to particular group which contain 20 editors, and just by selecting the permissions for this particular group, I can have it all of those at the same time. So what I'm doing now for particular user Elvin, I'm selecting 2 volumes. I have to click apply, of course. And now if I log in via the iSCSI, I'll show you now in a second. I'm not gonna save this. So if I go to my iSCSI, right click on iSCSI tool, log on, using name, password. Okay, and here we go. Connections are made, volumes are mounted, and that is how it's easy to do it. If I'm going for a lunch, just go right click again. Same thing is done on a Windows and on a Linux machines. Okay, so on a user level, that is how to do it. Also, we have other option, and that is to use a client interface, which obviously administrator has to give us a permissions. So again, selecting the right user, go to edit, selecting the select the user, go to edit, select the client interface, click apply, and basically I'm logged in as an admin right now. So I'm gonna log out. I'm gonna type username in this case. Okay, login. And you will see that most of my icons are grayed out, a part of table view and connect view, which are those permissions which administrator gave it to us. There are other ways to do it, and that is example importing from LDAP, so Active Directory, importing users and groups. We can create a multiple users on each computer, and just by selecting the username and password, user can connect. Okay, that's all for today. Speak to you soon.